Hi everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not 18 years or older, this video content is not intended for you. Today I have a project share. As some of you guys know, I just released a new release for January and Valentine's Day. And so I got all my pieces in. Hold on one second, guys. When everybody's home, there's a lot of noise. So anyway, I got them in and I've been sorting things out and kind of getting them ready for packaging and all that good stuff. And thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I've seen what you guys have purchased, and I see that the jelly bag is in the lead. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But I want to share with y'all what I created using the um, the lattice hearts. So I use the regular standard, or what we consider a regular heart shape uh, shaker tag die. Now these do not nest one into each other. These had to be created separately because they do not nest, and there's a reason for that, because then you have your silhouette, so they all have to be the same size. You have your silhouette, you have the part that cuts out your shaker piece, so you can cut as many layers as you want, or you can cut it out of I use a Dollar Tree foam board, and it cuts it fine. I don't have any trouble, but I do not cut it on the electronic machine. I cut it on my Big Shot. So it's the manual hand crank one. And then it also comes with the lattice um, top part. And while I was at Hobby Lobby, I did pick up, they had these conversation hearts table scatter, and they're like in an iridescent color, in a pink and in a red, and I think all of them say love on them, but they're real pretty. So I did pick these up. They don't come like this, they come in a plastic bag, but I just kind of had a container and I put them into a container so I wouldn't have a mess, because after you open those bags you can't reseal them because they're stapled. So I picked that up, and I did use some of them here. And then I also played with the primitive heart shaker tag, which again, you get the 3 pieces. You get the I still had a piece of paper in it. You get the silhouette for your backing, and then you get the shaker portion of your tag, and then you get the lattice one that goes on top. And these again are all made to line up one on top of the other, so these cannot be created as nesting dies because these are supposed to be the exact same size. So those are the 2 tags that I played with. And then I also played with the Valentine words, and I really like those, you guys. There's a font that I really liked, and I did change something on here, like the eyes. I dotted them with a little heart, but that's about the only change that I did. And of course I welded them together so we wouldn't have to be paper piecing little pieces. Mine is somewhere on my desk. This is one of the new ones that I still have stacked up here. I did play with that, and I'm going to share with you what those look like, and then I'll share my tags. So let me move these aside, and I did use a piece of the mixer, and I'll share that with y'all in a minute. So here are the words. Look at how gorgeous this font is. So it does have the silhouette. This one says Valentine. This one says Galentine. This one is XOXO, and I did cut them out in a gold, and then the silhouette in a pink. That one says hugs. This one says sweet, and this sweet one you could use if you're doing some kind of sweet treat shop, or not shop, swap. And you could definitely use that word there, or sweet friend, anything like that. Sweet Galentine, sweet Valentine. So that's why that word is in there. And then the last one is kisses. And I love, love, love the way these look. So I'm just going to spread them out so you guys can look at them. They're gorgeous. And then I did cut one out in black and red. And I kind of like the pink better, but there is, I know some of you guys like the darker colors. So there it is in black and like a matte black and then a foil red. So let me share my project with y'all. The first tag that I created is this one. Look at this cutie. I did cut it out in a pearlized pink, and I ran the backing one, the silhouette one, in an embossing folder because I love the way anything looks embossed. So I did emboss it in an embossing folder. I use one of my Carnation Craft orchids right here, and sometimes I like to do this. I actually put the orchid through the bottom, and then the top pieces, I layer them on top of the shaker. Sometimes I'll do stuff like that, and I love the way it looks. So part of the die cut is sandwiched in between the layers, and then part of it is on top of the shaker. So I did add some of these little gold foam balls here to just make it look like berries. And here is the word love from that Jacqueline's um, word, the Jacqueline's word dies. So I used the word love right there, but I could have used anything and it would have looked gorgeous. Look at this, galantine. That's gorgeous, right? So if you're sending that to one of your friends, you could definitely use that, or you could use the word sweet. Look at how nice that looks. XOXO. So you could use any of these, even though they're bigger. This heart is a pretty good size, so you'll be able to do that. And I did give the dimensions when I did the release on this heart, but I did notice that on the primitive heart I gave the wrong length, and I'll correct that in a minute. You know, sometimes we're looking at something and thinking something, but what comes out of our mouth is something else. So that wasn't what I meant to say. Anyway, this is a shaker, so it has the shaker bits in it, and I love, and I did use some satin pink ribbon that I have had it for a long time, and this has the iridescent edges on here. I don't even know where I got it. It's gorgeous, and I felt like that was what this tag needed, because I did try to add some very thin, like 1/16 of an inch wide ribbon, and that was too skinny, and this tag was larger, and I felt that it needed a wider ribbon, and the wider ribbon did look better. So that's one that I created. I'll set that one. That is the regular size heart. So any flowers, anything that you have will work well with that. For my second one, I kept it traditional. I did it in the gold and red. And this is a die I've had for a very long time in my stash. I added a heart bling in the center. And this little rose down here is a Carnation Craft rose as well. I love it. This too, guys, for this one, I used the shaker, the table scatter, and I didn't have to add a piece of acetate on top because these are fairly large, and they're not real large, but the lattice work is smaller, and these won't escape. They won't come out or anything, so I didn't even have to use acetate on this because of the what I used in there. But it is a shaker. And then I added some Valentine trim right here, and on this heart I embossed it in a wood grain embossing folder. I think you can see that. And let me give you the correct length on this one, because on the video I didn't say it right. So this measures 4 1/4 inch long. That's what it measured. And across, I think it was like 2 5/8, something like that. But yes, it's 4 1/4 inch long. So it's a pretty good size tag. And I love the way this came out. In the back, I added, there's the to and from, you guys. Look at how gorgeous that looks for any tag that you want to create. This is my first to and from die that I even own. And I did look for them when my friend Jacqueline suggested that I put this into the words. I did look for a die, see if there was one already out there, and I couldn't find one. So I'm glad that I have this, especially with this very fine, dainty font. So I really love that. So there's the to and from, and look at how gorgeous that is. Um, Now I want to share with you guys that piece from the mixer that I said that I had added because I felt like this was one of the pieces that I did want to include and forgot. When you're designing, you're looking at a lot of different pieces, and it's very easy to overlook one. So this was one of the ones that I did have it designed, but I overlooked it. So I like to correct my mistakes when I do them, so that I had it made. But here it is, cut. I think you see where it says artisan, you see the numbers right here at the speed level, uh, le level. I always have a hard time. Lever. I'm sorry, the speed lever. And you can see the number 0 through, I think there's 10, but it skips. And this embossing detail right here, that piece is in your mixer, and that's the switch, here we go again. That's the lever piece that is in your mixer already, and you can tell where it goes because it kind of hangs off the edge a little bit, but here it'll show you where to line it up. But I really felt like this, and I'll share it with you guys because I have one here that I created. I don't think I ever even shared it when I was first designing it. And this strip is made to go here, but of course it will go under the shaker part right there. But this strip is made to go there, and that kind of completes your mixer. And then you have the lever that you would add there in whatever color you want, or if you wanted to just leave it in gold, but that piece is already in your mixer. But that's what that piece is for. And I feel like this was a necessary thing, or for me, in my opinion. I like to have all the bits and pieces to layer up. Also, I was playing with an old die I had in my collection. I love cherubs, and I've had this Cupid one in there for a very long time. And it does have the detail, well, the silhouette kind of, because it doesn't really have a lot of detail, but it has openings here and there. And then it has the silhouette. I wanted to convert it into a tag. And the way I did that was by using the die. Which one is it? I think it's a Shabby Rose. Yes, the Shabby Rose die. I really need to put my things away, but I'm playing with them so I can share them with you guys. I actually use this piece right here to create the tag portion, to convert it into a tag. Now, if you look very closely at this die, it's curved. So this particular one, I have several different ones that I want to convert into dies, probably just a whole set of tabs. And this one is curved because this one is made for anything that's kind of curved, whether it be oval, round, or has, waves in it. This will kind of, it fits into the shape of anything that has a curve in it. So that's why I put this one in here, because I felt like there was curve on top of the sentiment, and this is made to fit that, to, conform to that. So that's the piece that I used to create this little cherub or Cupid into a tag. And this would look lovely if I wanted to just hang it as a set. Sometimes we like to hang things, tags upon tags in the same ribbon, and this would be a good one that I could put there if I hadn't added all the beautiful orchids and everything. Of course, I don't want to cover that up, but if I had left it a little bit more plain, I could dress it up with this by simply using that little tab to convert it into a tag. And then I did find something for those of you who bought the Shabby Rose. I see that a lot of you are liking that particular set, and I like it too, not because I created it, but because I do really like it. I found a mold, and it is a silicone mold, and I found it on Amazon. And look at these beauties. So I created these, and I made them into charms. Not necessarily a charm because it's too big for a charm, but if I was sending somebody something with using this mixer set that has that rose at the end, I would definitely use this to hang on a dangle or to dangle it from my project. So this, you can just hop on over to Amazon and find it. If I can find it, I will link it. And this is that resin that cures in 10 minutes. And I just added some pigment into it. It's like a powder pigment. And I added that into it to make these different colors. And according, like these, I added the same color, but I added more to this one than this one. So this is more like a darker dusty rose. And this is a very pale pink. And then this is a yellow one. I used the liquid resin color for this yellow one. And this is called Rose Red, and this was also a liquid resin dye. And to me, it looks more like a fuchsia. So that one. And this one, I just left it white, but I did add the pearl iridescent pigment to it to give it an iridescent look. But I turned them all into charms, and I did add a bead cap, and then that little eye pin that is very, very tiny is what I added there. But these would be beautiful. I hope to create something and maybe dangle, create some kind of not a very large dangle, but something that I can dangle, that I can hang this from a project. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have to share with you all today. As I'm creating with these new dies, I will definitely come on and share. I still have to do the jelly bag. I see a lot of you guys love that one. And I haven't cut it out yet, and I want to create one with the die because that has the openings on the side. And also I want to show you how easy it is to put together, because there isn't very many pieces and it's pretty much self-explanatory. But I still want to share a tutorial on how to put it together for those of you who are more visual. Sometimes I need a visual so I can grasp, you know, to understand it, to get the gist of it. So I will be doing that. But for now, this is what I wanted to share with y'all. I wanted to share the Valentine words. These are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So if you don't have any Valentine words, those are very, very pretty. And if you have any type of flower, dies that come with the artwork, or even your 3D flowers that you create with some little leaf dies or anything like that, you can create something very similar to what I have. I just happen to be very blessed that I do own a lot of the Carnation Craft flowers in different sizes, so I had plenty to choose from, but I felt the orchid was the prettiest one there. And then of course I needed something that was red, so they had a smaller red rose, and I really like that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope everyone's having a great day. I will link everything in the description box below. These hearts are two different hearts. This one is the primitive heart shaker tag, and this is just the regular lattice heart shaker tag. So they're both lattice hearts, but they're different shapes. I hope everyone has a great day. I hope that this inspires you, and I will link the mold to these roses as well, because you guys already know that if I'm going to create with this, look at that. I wish that this mold was smaller, but this is made for candles, so it's, you know, a regular size. I would love to have this in a smaller size, but look at that. Look at how gorgeous that looks. So anything that I create using this, I'm definitely going to dangle one of these to that project. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone has a great day, and God bless. Bye.